Welcome back. You're listening to Shop Girls on MyTalk 107.1. I'm Allie Kaplan with my mom, Harmony. Mom, we could all use a little good karma. Would you say?
Always, yes.
Always. Our next guest has started a brand with the name Good Carma, except it's Karma with a C, and we're going to let her tell us all about it. Welcome, Terri Jackson. We're so glad to have you.
Hello. Hi. I'm so happy to be here with you too. Thank you.
Well, I mean, it was such a delight to get to meet you in person finally, and I've heard so much about what you're working on. So just tell us, what is Good Carma?
Thank you. Well, I'm honored to be here with you and your mom because I started this business in honor of my mom too, and my dad actually. So my mom was Karma, as you mentioned, with a C. And she
that's her name. Her name was Karma. I love it.
What a great,
that's
so sweet.
Great name. Yes.
I know, right? It just pairs really well for a business name. Thank you, Mom.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Karma, she lived with Lewy Body Dementia for about 8 years.
That's
and
tough.
my dad had Alzheimer's. So I have 4 siblings. Yeah, so we were kind of, really rapidly put into this double dose of dementia caregiving. And after my dad passed away, we moved my mom into memory care. It's so weird, and anyone who is a caregiver will tell you this. Things can happen almost overnight. While we were there for my dad's funeral, she stopped walking. She lost her ability to walk. So she was in a wheelchair. We moved her over to the memory care side of things, and she was in a different state than me. And I worried about her a lot because,
of course,
I didn't see her very often, and I have 2 sisters who really took on the brunt of all the day-to-day caregiving, which I will be in debt to. But I worried about my mom, and I wondered, what's going on? Is she scared in the middle of the night? Does she think we have abandoned her? So I went on this big search for products, resources, things like that could bring her some kind of comfort and security. And, everything I found was it was just cold and clinical and not uplifting in any way, and certainly not stylish. I will say that. And she was a very stylish woman, throughout her lifetime. And I just thought, well, we can do better. I mean, we need to not only provide better resources and products to our loved ones living with dementia, but also to give those family members and caregivers some peace of mind.
Absolutely.
And give them somewhere to go that has sort of everything curated and vetted and somewhere that they can trust.
So that was kind of where you started with the idea of this website, Good Carma, which is good, CARMA.com. And it's a mix of shopping and activities. And where do you see this going?
Yes, exactly. So I unfortunately couldn't get the .com. So it's goodkarma.shop.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, .shop.
No, that's totally fine. So it's essentially right now 3 main areas. We have a curated marketplace. It's very similar to Mother Of. It's like the mother of what you're doing, but of dementia care. So
right.
There are have 4 clothing lines, 3 shoe lines, and then several other categories, including like calm, companionship, dignity, joy and laughter, security and well-being.
So tell us about a few of the products because you're curating products. You're right. It is very similar. Mother Of, we're curating dresses for mothers of the bride and groom. You're curating products that are going to make life a little bit easier and safer. You've got my mother's favorite, Kizik's.
Oh my God, I love Kizik's. I'm wearing them right now.
I know.
And you don't have to be old to wear Kizik's.
That's right, Mom.
No,
they're easy for everyone.
I love them too. So here's the thing. On Good Carma, that is one thing. Everything that I'm going to put out there, it's going to be stylish. It's going to be design forward. It's going to be uplifting, but it's also going to be adaptive. So the 4 clothing lines that I have, I've got a line called Joe and Bella, Magna Ready, the Able Label, and then Tommy Hilfiger even has an adaptive clothing line.
Oh, really?
I did not know that Tommy Hilfiger
smart.
was doing that.
Yes. I think he started around 2016, and I believe he might have a child that has autism. So has sort of prompted him to get into this space. I think he's one of the first big manufacturers, but all of them are adaptive in that they've got, magnets instead of buttons, or Velcro, or, waist to ankle zippers. The shoe lines like Kizik, I love the brand because I wear them too. And they're just step in, no hands needed, things like that. So everything is stylish, but yet it's still easy, gives them a little bit of independence, but they're still, feeling like themselves and feeling comfortable.
And were those things that you found when you were caregiving for your mom? I mean, were those were big issues, just things that you take for granted, buttons and zippers and things that are comfortable?
Yeah, exactly. Definitely things that are comfortable, because especially she was confined to a wheelchair for 3 years, the last 3 years. And, the whole routine of dressing becomes challenging.
It's difficult, right?
Sure.
It's difficult, yeah. So all of those sorts of things do really come into play. And then, a lot of people living with dementia they have like tactile or stuff. They become more sensitive to things. And so I have a lot of other products too that are like, my mom wanted to hold on to something all the time, like a piece of material. So, I bought her like a little snuggly kind of thing that
it's like little, like kids like too. Yeah.
There are a lot of things, yes, that they do find comfort in. And that's one thing. I was like, why? I'm shopping in the baby aisle. This is so disrespectful. I don't like this. It didn't feel right. These are people that have lived like these big, beautiful lives, right?
Right.
So that's why and as a caregiver, you're constantly going through, guilt and am I doing the right thing? Am I doing enough? I just want a place where they can go. And like I said, it feels bright and hopeful and,
you make it okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And make it okay.
Yeah.
And just give them, from family members who have lived through this, and there are items that will, help with, again, security, or there's a product. I'm trying to find products that aren't that well known. So many of these lines are based on products that, grandkids who have grandparents who are living with dementia. So like one guy, his grandma was severely dehydrated. So he created this line of, they're called jelly drops. And they're like these sort of gummy candies, but they're like 95% water. Even little things like that you might not know about, and you don't have time as a caregiver to go around researching and looking.
And
you're absolutely right.
Put it together.
You've put it all in one place. I love that we're talking about goodkarma.shop, Terri Jackson's new website aimed at people, caregivers, and people with dementia. And I love that your shopping categories are not the typical. It's joy and laughter, dignity, companionship, and style, and then your favorite things. It's a really thoughtful way to set it up.
Absolutely. What about, and Terri, what about, under the category you've got activities and ideas? Tell us a little bit about that, because you mention in here it's a section of simple, feel-good ways to connect. Like, what would you suggest?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to just keep adding to this. The time that I was able to spend with my mom, honestly, some of my best memories with her are from those days when she was in memory care, because, she was kind of a trip. I mean, she was really funny at times. But there are things that you want to be able to connect. I say that even though some of the facts haven't remained, the feelings they have and the emotions are still there.
Sure.
So I'm trying to put out, creative games or like sensory activities, things that family members can do that are free or really easily accessible. And I've got some uplifting kind of stories and innovations. Like there's a cafe in Tokyo that only hires people living with dementia, and it's called the Cafe of Mistaken Orders. And I know, right? I'm like,
that's great.
So sweet. So I'm just putting things like that out there. And then I have an advocacy and resources page that would have been so helpful to me and my siblings, I think, with lots of different podcasts and websites Seth Rogen and his wife, Lauren Miller Rogen.
Right.
Have a Hilarity for Charity.
Yeah.
Which is,
they raise a lot of money, don't they? Was it his mother or who was it that I know some family member of theirs that was suffering from dementia, was it?
Yes, it was Lauren. It's his wife, Lauren's mother had dementia. And so, they're a great resource, and they offer a lot of different educational, online events, things like that. So I think, again, it's just trying to make it easier for the family members to go to one place.
Right. I was just going to say, it's so wonderful to have one site that people can go to and find these things that they probably otherwise wouldn't even know how to begin.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just, you need peace of mind as a caregiver. So I don't know, it's maybe one tiny little thing, right, that I can do. Having had this experience is just alleviate some of the research and the time, and also let them know, this is, again, coming from people who have lived it.
That's right. That helps.
It's a great idea. And obviously, Terri, you have the firsthand experience. I'm curious, have you done anything like this in the past? What is your work background?
Yeah. No.
It's new.
That's the short answer. Yeah, no. My background was actually started in interior design, but now I've morphed into marketing and business development, and so I do have a day job. I'm a marketing and BD person, and shout out to my boss, Martha Nevenin at Buzz Partners. She's amazing. She's so supportive of me with this Good Karma business.
That's great.
This is the first business that I've dipped a toe into.
So the interior design, is that how you know our mutual friend Betsy Voss?
Yes, we've been friends like 25 years. So happy anniversary to.
Yeah, she celebrated 10 years of Studio BV this week, which is amazing. But it was so fun to meet you there. And this is just such a great, thoughtful idea. I hope it's a huge success. And I hope it's a comfort and help to people who are going through this. I have so many friends who are in that caregiver role right now, and little bright spot in the day.
Yeah, I hope so. Thank you. I really do. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to try to keep growing it. So.
That's great.
More things to come.
Good luck
with it. I really do appreciate the opportunity.
We'll keep watching. Thanks, Terri. The website again is Good Karma with a C.shop. We'll put a link on the Shop Girls page. Don't go away. More coming up. Thanks again, Terri.
Thank you. Bye-bye.